Boom. Hey. uh, Honestly, I didn't think I was going to record so soon, but I have decided to talk about some more things. Not about the stuff that I talked about last time. No, we're going to talk about some smaller stuff today. And if you're wondering what's going to happen, actually, I've decided to, and you'll notice probably if you decide to watch more than just one of these videos, is that the next couple videos might look like they're back to back. Like I recorded them all in one go, in one day, and that is because I will be. I've decided to actually upload a bunch of videos over the course of the week because I won't be active for later half of the week. And so, honestly, I want to talk about a bunch of stuff, and then I won't have to worry about, leaving anyone dry of streams and content and stuff, because honestly, I'm probably not going to be back until probably Friday night. So instead of worrying about, instead of not just being completely dead until that time period, I've decided to just record a bunch of stuff. So, anyways, back on. So the point of this first set of videos is going to be I'll talk about something a little weird. It's not probably what you're gonna expect. Today's gonna be about shoes. That's right, shoes. Because sensory issues are a fun little thing of mine. And so I have a lot of experiences with that I can talk about, and I've decided that that's what I'm going to talk about today. So while I deal with the fact that Minecraft seems to want to have issues with my inputs, and it's throwing a bit of frame delay at me, which is probably the result of my PC being a piece of garbage right now, whatever. You know what? It's just gonna look like that, unfortunately. I don't know why. It's not so smooth, and I can't really help it. Because I don't have the part that I ordered to fix my computer won't be here anytime soon, so I gave up on that front, and I got a whole new PC. I swear I'm sane. That's besides the point. Anyways, ignoring my less than ideal sanity involving my own PC, honestly, we're just gonna talk about shoes. Back to shoes. Sorry, little distraction here. I'm also gonna be probably building a very crappy-ish starter house in Minecraft. So that's what I'm gonna do while I talk about shoes. So, the idea with this whole, sensory issue in shoes thing is that shoes need to be a certain, way with me. Otherwise, I don't like them. And the reason why is because last time I actually dealt with shoes, I actually didn't really do it the way I should have. And when I kind of just picked a random pair of shoes, first of all, I didn't like it all that much. Second of all, it caused my toe to get an ingrown toenail because I picked not wide shoes. Which is a very interesting thing, is that, every single shoe has always felt extremely different to me. And not to the sense of just, other just shoes. I mean, I did not like certain types of shoes just because of the fact that they weren't the previous pair of shoes. So, like a cartoon character, I kept buying the same brand of shoes, barely any differences in them for quite a long time until recently, where I have found, 3 pairs of shoes that I like to go get. One of them is a pair of New Balances, one of them's an Adidas, and the other one's from Nike. Hey, I don't really care to talk about certain brands. You know what? It's fine. But yes, those shoes seem to have done okay for me. New Balances seem to have done the best, actually, out of all of them. So that's cool. It's actually the ones I own right now is a pair of New Balances. And that was something very, very interesting to come to realize, because it's taken me, 19 years of my life to finally find a pair of shoes that I like. So, you know, that's always fun. Another issue with shoes has been wearing is shoelaces and like Velcro shoes, or like shoelace, or like any shoes with lack of shoelaces, I guess would be the better term. I never understood why some people are so against like people who wear shoes that aren't, that don't have shoelaces. Like some people, I've genuinely seen people out there that are like essentially just elitists for shoelaces, as if like the effort is so worth it. And it's like, okay, with dress shoes, I think I actually kind of get it. Like I think that actually makes sense to me. That like, hey, you're wearing dress shoes. There should be a modicum of effort involving those. Right? That's what I see anyways when it comes to those. Unless I never ended up actually, you know, needing to worry about it too much because I could never find dress shoes that weren't shoelaces. Or, well, I guess I mean really just involved shoelaces to some degree. Please ignore that sound. I wanted to move my mic a little bit closer. I talk quiet sometimes. I thought it'd be better if I got a little bit closer. So yeah. Never really properly understood some of those types of things, like shoelaces. They make sense on dress shoes, and I don't understand why people care so much if it's on your normal, like everyday wear. I saw people at one of my jobs. They would wear like straight up like Crocs without the holes to work. They were actually a type of like no slip shoe. It was very funny. It was very. It was not what I was expecting. Like every single time I walked into work, there would always be like 2 or 3 people that'd be wearing them, and it was always intriguing to me why they did that. I found out pretty quick why they do that. Turns out, some people when they have to clean the floors at night at my job, at that job that I had, they did not care where the water went, and they would splash it everywhere. Turns out, and I learned this mistake, it will get in your socks. I would walk home quite often with like wet shoes. My socks were soaked because somebody splashed water all over it. Turns out the shoes that look like Crocs without the holes in them. These shoes. Turns out they're very good against those type of people, and it never caused them any sort of problems. I never worked there long enough. I only worked there for about a year, and I never bothered to replace my shoes in that year because I was like, kind of already knew I was gonna have to leave after that 1 year. So that was why I never ended up actually getting rid of it. Just getting an actual better pair of shoes. I just suffered with wet socks very often, and that was just the way it went. To be honest with you, I'm trying to find a. Uh, I wish I could find a better shoes like if I ever go out with people. Because honestly, as much as I love these New Balances, they're honestly not worth the not really worthwhile when it comes to going out. They don't look too bad, but honestly these shoes, they're not the best. And now it's time to talk about some more stories involving shoes, because why not? I've got plenty of them. Ooh, this one's a ooh, you know what? I actually just thought of one. This one's really really fun. So and you'll hear more stories about these times. I will definitely talk more about it later on in my later on in future videos. So essentially, I did band, marching band and concert band for the majority of my school time. Once I did concert band for 6 years, and I've done marching band for 4 years. Um, Fun fact. I so many stories involving the shoes there. I actually, my shoes broke right before a concert performance, and I just had to wear them and hide. Luckily, I was in the back of the entire band because I played percussion. Very, very many award room malfunctions saved by the fact that I was in the back of the entire band. I'm just gonna be honest. It saved me so many incidents. Things could have been so much worse. Ooh, cherry trees. Anyways, sorry. Ignore me. Just happened upon seeing some of my world here. That might not be a bad spot to settle in for right now. In fact, this is where I'll do. This is where I'll do it. So, yes, no, like I've had my shoelaces break. I've had my, I actually one time had my entire shoe rip some parts off in the middle of it all, which was certainly something, to say the least. And oh boy, there's so many. Oh, dude, sorry for pacing up there. So many band stories. Ooh, I should really get into telling some of those in future videos. In any case, um, my main the main thing today is shoes. And trust me, they've broken plenty of times. I've had shoes break during my school day, and that was the worst, dude. But definitely the worst one was them breaking was the shoelace breaking and coming undone and my shoe being loose during a marching band performance at a football game. Oh my god, that might have been the worst. Oh, that was awful. And I had to like hide it essentially because there was no way I could properly like reveal that. You know, like I'm in the middle of a football field. There's an entire, there's about a good almost half the school populace watching me play, which is terrifying. Only when I realized that, oh, my shoe's broken. Like, what do I do now? You know? The answer was very simple: hide it and be terrified. So yeah, shoes were. To tell the point about random stories involving shoes, that's really about it. But yes, but like to get back on track to go and tell a story about the sensory issues side of my shoes. First of all, shoe shopping takes forever. Some people love that. I hate shoe shopping, and it takes forever. So I hate it like double basically. And I hope that, and I really hope that whatever shoes I end up getting are very durable. Which so far these New Balances have been very durable, which thank God, because I don't want to go shopping for new ones anytime soon. My shoes better be like tearing into pieces. Like I better see the fronts of my shoes, the sides of my shoes, the back of my shoes, they better all be starting to tear into shreds. They better be coming undone at the seams before I start getting a new pair of shoes. I hate shoe shopping. It's very stressful. And I always feel very awkward. The sides of my feet, I can feel like each toe that isn't like perfectly able to like be spread and stuff like that. I hate that feeling when I can't really spread my toes. It's so painful. I hate it. But yes, just so you know, for anyone who ever decides to go shoe shopping with me, I am sorry in advance. So yeah, um, that's my fun little time with shoe shopping and other such stories involving that. I will gladly go into more detail in another. I'll go into more detail about some of them, like the banned ones. I'll go into more detail to those when I'm actually, you know, talking about band stuff. Because like there's plenty of time for me to talk about band issues and other such fun little things. But yeah, um, sorry, I was focused on the Minecraft there for a second. You know, things gotta happen. And there goes my axe. Anyways, so that is, honestly, that is, to put it a little bit of a shorter one, at least this video will be a very much a shorter one. That is a village. I will definitely go check that out in the future. Mostly because I want to kidnap villagers. I will definitely be kidnapping people from there later. Kidnapping's fun. That's pretty much about it. That's the end of the story. Hope you all enjoyed, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this series and want to see more of them. And I will see you all next time.